Number stations. What do we know about them? What are they? What are their purposes? Or who is behind them? A lot of questions out there, but very small answers. Before we start this video, I want to remind you that I don't know everything. I made my research on the subject, and if I left something out, please post it in the comment section below. So let's take a look. So let's start off with the basics. What are they? What are you used for? Basically, they're shortwave broadcasts. That means you'll need a shortwave radio to pick them up. You don't really need, that thing that costs $300. You just need maybe a $70 radio is gonna pick them up. Is it gonna be good quality? It really depends on which broadcast you want to pick up. So every common person could actually pick up number stations, and that's what makes it really not secret at all. And I don't really know why governments still use that. So we'll come back later on that. But basically, number stations are usually they transmit voice, sometimes music, sometimes movies, old movies. Sometimes they transmit numbers like the NATO alphabet or even Morse code. Basically, they are usually female voices, not the kind of not the common girlfriend voice. They are monotones. The person who actually records it is probably being ordered to because they have no emotions at all. Sometimes there are also men's and sometimes children's. Yes, children's. That makes it really weird. So yeah, let's take a closer look at what they transmit sometimes. They could transmit a weird sound. Like I said, they could transmit music. The backward music radio station, and I'm gonna link you by order that I speak in the video. You can basically check out what it says. It's usually, it broadcasts music that has been reversed. Not Beatles that has been reversed and devil messages. No, it's just common music from the 70s that has been reversed and is transmitted through the radio. It is really weird. I really don't like, frankly, to listen to it. But I had to listen several hours of it, in a project, some project. So it was really weird, and I asked myself a lot of questions. What is it used for? The common explanation is that it's the U.S. Navy using it for something, or the United States secret whatever agency there is out there, CIA, NSA, whatever you want to call it. They're basically using a backwards music radio station that is really weird. There are also, let's say, the buzzer, the Russian buzzer. It's called UVB-76. Sorry. I'll link as well in the description. This radio station is one of the popular. It's very, very popular in the internet. You usually hear this big buzzing sound. It's weird. There's nothing else to say. I don't know what it's used for. Is it Cold War era technology that wasn't it wasn't decommissioned? I don't think so, because the buzzer actually went out a few years ago, and just recently it popped up again in the waves, in the shortwave emissions. So what is it used for? I don't know. People has traced the signal to two different places. One that was an old military base in Russia near Moscow, and the newer place of broadcast of the new signal of UVB 76 is near Moscow as well, but it changed place. So we know that if you change this kind of of transmitter from places to places, you're still using it. And the right example why they're still using it as well is that we heard a man voice saying, some kind of code recently. We don't know if it's because of the Ukrainian crisis or, Crimea being invaded by Russia. But it still broadcast something in the, I think it's on the 10th of March, 2014. So yeah, it's really weird. So in conclusion, let's say that radio stations or number stations, secret broadcasts, whatever you want to call it, they are government made. Mostly. Sometimes, people hijack the stations, but I don't know I don't know a lot of shortwave radio that are broadcast by normal, common people like you and me. So it's really government related. The popular ones are, as well, related. What are they used for? Maybe to send messages to spies abroad in the 70s, in the 80s, or even in the 90s. But in our time, 2014, will you send message to your spies abroad with some radio? I don't think so. Maybe somebody can prove me wrong, but, in the era of satellites, why would you need those kinds of broadcasts? I don't know. I also want you guys to check out the Conet Project. It's recordings of shortwave number stations in 4CD. I don't know if you have to buy them. I just listen to them like that on YouTube, but if you can check them out, it's also a big collection of not every, but a lot of recordings that were heard on those. It can also give you an overview of what are number stations, and if you want to know more, check out the wiki, and there's also other videos out there that can really help you understand. But basically I will be making other videos about this subject, mostly about UVB 76 and other popular broadcasts, where we'll actually check them out more specifically. I just wanted to make this video to make an overview of, number stations. People who don't know what they are usually afraid by them. So let's just start off by saying that there is nothing to be afraid of. It's just a radio. So yeah, let's leave it at that. So yeah. Thanks for listening to the video, and stay tuned for every other videos. And I just wanted to say that this is my first video using recording software, so please pardon me, and I'll do better next time as well. So thank you for listening, and see you later.